guys, Ash here, Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to another champion guide, this time on Urogrim, who once was arguably the best epic in all of Raid Shadow Legends until he got a pretty sizable nerf. The good news is he used to be so freaking good that even with the nerf, he's a very, very good champion, worth your consideration, and for most accounts, I would say worth a full 6-star upgrade, along with the books and everything that comes with it. This dude is really good. First, a quick shout out here, we have Wumpy. He says, "Hey Ash, a few days ago I pulled Urogrim. Maybe you can do a video on him if it's worth booking him. Max level 60. I want to use it in Clan Boss. Now I use Xavier for poison. Do you think Urogrim will be better than Xavier? Much different champions. We'll get into that in the video though. We also have Mujtaba. Imran says, thanks for the Arbiter guide. I'm about to get her in a week or so. Can you do a Kyoku or a Urogrim guide? I just pulled Urogrim. Well, congratulations, man. This dude is legit, man. He's very, very good. As I just said, let's talk about why, right? Let's stop talking about how good he is and start reviewing his kit, Ash. Come on, man. As I said, a Void Epic champion. We're actually in a 2-time Void Shard event right now. So those of you watching the day this video goes live or the next day, you know, maybe you just freshly pulled him. If so, congratulations. So it looks pretty cool, right? Aesthetically. Definitely has like a unique flair about him, a little bit of the green motif, a little bit of the Urogrim, I don't know, witch doctor vibe going on with Urogrim. A support champion, his base stats are pretty good across the board, right? Almost 20k on the HP, 1100 on the defense, 102 on the speed. It's all good. Speaking of speed, look at his aura. Increase ally speed in all battles by 20. I want to say this is the best all battle epic champion, excuse me, in terms of a speed aura in the game. Certainly he's up there, okay? If he's not the best, it's one of the best. Even 1 point better than like a Deacon Armstrong, for example, right? I mean, even the best legendary champions inside the entire game have speed in all battles by 24%, so it's only 4% better, and that's the best in the entire game. So really, really good aura there. I think I've made my point. On the A1, Skull Staff attacks an enemy 2 times. Unfortunately, 7 level 6 books going into this A1, but again, I do think this champion overall is worth your hard-earned epic skill tomes. We have each hit with a 45% chance of placing the big version of poison for 2 turns, okay? That could be a 50% chance on each hit if we get the sniper mastery, so not too bad there at all. It used to be a triple hitter, so we had 3 shots at placing poison, but after the nerf, it's now a double hitter. It's still a good ability. On the A2, again, 6 levels here, so 5 books required, but it's a really solid ability. Removes a full cleanse on a target ally, and then a 40% of their max HP heal. That is a very good heal, no matter, you know, usually we like it to be based on this champion's max HP, so we can dictate how much HP they have. We can load them up with HP, and then they're going to get a nice beefy heal. But a 40%, even off their HP, it's still really, really good, plus the cleanse. And then the Bizarre Vapors on a 4-turn cooldown. Luckily, both the books go right to the cooldown, just like we like it. It used to be a 3-turn cooldown. It used to be 3 books and each would go to a cooldown. Now it's a 4, but again, it's still a very good ability. I hate to even comparing him to the old Urogrim because, of course, like he was broken. He was like just as good as Battle Khazar almost, like one of the better legendaries out there. But now he's still incredibly serviceable, so forget I compared him to the old Urogrim. It's still a great ability. We get 2 poisons on all enemies for 2 turns. Obviously, the big version of poison. Also, continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns. That's the kit, guys. Very, very good support. A lot of heals in this kit, and a lot of damage thanks to the poisons, not to mention the cleanse on the A2 as well, and the speed aura. Very, very good champ. I use the most basic build in the history of builds in today's video, but it's so effective. It was made for this champion. That's right, it's triple perception. Perception is, in my opinion, in a vacuum, the best 2-piece set in the game, provided the champion actually needs accuracy, right? But getting a 15% speed and plus not 40, not 80, but 120 accuracy of a 3-piece set is incredible. It's just so good. It's more the reason to do your faction wars and your arena battles every day, to forge more of this stuff, especially during, if you're anything like me, during clan versus clan, I am Perception City. And I also use my rank charms and my all my charms basically for the perception sets in lethal and the other best sets righteous in the game. Anyway, I digress. So we have triple perception. He's an easy champion to build because we don't need crit rate or crit damage. And that really alleviates a lot of the pressure on what we have to do. We don't need attack on this champion either. So we can just build him all in survivability with accuracy and speed, and that's the name of the game when it comes to this champion. Stat priorities are going to be accuracy and speed. After that, you can add a little bit of resist like we did in today's video. It's not mandatory, but it's nice to have. Having him resist is going to help him cleanse with his A2 off your allies who don't resist those AoE CC effects, right? Again, it's faster the better, in my opinion, on this champion. We could also run him in in Relentless Gear if we really leaned on him. I like to reserve my Relentless Gear for champions that I'm just using in multiple different areas, or who's such a massive, like, just instrumental part to a team, and so much better, like a Tawana Rock or a Doom Priest, where they're doing something every turn with their passive. I like to reserve Relentless for those type of champions, but of course he'd be a beast in Relentless, just like most champions in this game. We have resistance, as I mentioned, on the banner, but I think for most people, you're probably going to be going with accuracy, right? We don't need accuracy because we already have, plenty for every area that I'm using him in the game, well over 300, 335. And frankly, after that, we have enough survivability as well. So I might as well go ahead and throw some resist on him for the reasons that I mentioned earlier. Most players probably just going to go accuracy on that banner, or defense as well. We have HP on the amulet. We have HP on the ring. We have HP percentage on the gauntlets, and then we have defense percentage on the chest. Really, it doesn't matter if it's defense or HP. We just want a lot of survivability, and we have plenty of opportunities to get it from our amulet, from our ring, from our gauntlets, and from our chest piece. Obviously, we want speed on the boots. Let's see if we can get a nice... I did some Sand Devil farming overnight, so I'm actually, it feels like a rare time where I'm loaded on my oils right now, and I'm like, okay, looking pretty good here. I'll go ahead and, we can get speed, unfortunately, but we'll go ahead and use an accuracy glyph there. Not too bad. So, of course, as I mentioned, speed is a massive priority, as is accuracy. The rest, substats here, we're just looking for speed and accuracy. It's pretty easy, right? We do have a rare blessing on this champion. We have Dark Resolve. It's the same reason that I built this dude with a little bit of resistance, right? It's nice to have a 10% to block debuffs, freeze, provoke, or true fear. If you're not worried about freeze, provoke, or true fear, of course, you can go with Indomitable Spirit and try to resist those stuns, sleeps, and fears. Hey, if you want a different mastery option for this champion, you could also go with Commanding Presence. He's going to be your aura lead in a lot of battles, I'm sure. Might as well strengthen that aura by 7.5%, as I have him here on a 4-star. Of course, if you just want more damage with this champion, or maybe you missed that extra hit on that A1 and you want to use him on Fire Knight, go ahead and pick up Phantom Touch as well. So you have a few options at your disposal. Those would be what I would consider. Phantom Touch for a little bit of damage, Dark Resolve, or indubitably Indomitable Spirit for your other option there. You could also go with Miracle Heal if you're in a situation where your max HP is being depleted, okay? So a lot of different options, but of course, I don't think you can really go wrong with any of them. It just depends on where you're using this champion. Masteries, let's do them together, guys. Offense, you could go down offense tree. You could pick up War Master. Nothing wrong at all with that on this champion. As a matter of fact, that's the direction that I'm going to go. I'll go with a little bit of crit rate. I'll go with a little bit of crit damage. I'll just basically hug the left-hand side, single out, bring it down, methodical, and War Master. So I'll move out of the way so you can see it, but it's pretty damn basic, right? The left-hand side of the tree, we're hugging it. Support side, we can go with accuracy, we can go with HP. The cool thing is, I'm going to go HP because, as I said, I already have enough accuracy It's kind of like crit rate. When you're already over 100% crit rate, why pick up deadly precision? Same thing with support tree. If you don't need the accuracy, don't go for it. Instead, I'm going to go with lay on hands. I'm going to go ahead and pick up rapid response. Rapid response is nice. He has the continuous heal. But that's all he's got is the continuous heal. One of them. He's not no bad L with 2 continuous heals. Because of that, Arcane Celerity would be a better mastery choice for him, but of course you can go that direction if you choose to go with the accuracy and pinpoint coming down to charge focus. Either way, we're going to go Healing Savior. We're going to try to go ahead and maximize his this champion's healing, obviously. And he does a pretty damn good job of it. We're also going to go with Lore of Steel because we have 3 basic sets on him. Obviously, Perception set does qualify for Lore of Steel. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we definitely want to go Sniper on this champion because we want to get that poison on that A1 all the way up to a 50% chance per hit. There's 2 of them. You know what, guys? Now that I look at the rest of the masteries here, I could extend the duration. Master Hexer is very, very good at poison extensions, ergo and more damage off those poisons. However, I'm going to go down Merciful Aid, and I'm going to come down to Lasting Gifts. I really want to extend the duration of those continuous heals in his kit, but of course, it depends on what you're looking for, what you need, what you value, what team you have him on, etc., etc. So we'll go ahead and pick up, I don't know, he's not doing shields. I'll go Exalted Death. Get a little bit of healage there first time an enemy is killed every battle. Those are going to be our masteries for Urogrim. What do you guys think? I think it's a really solid build, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. Okay, let's go ahead and take him into battle, guys. That's it. That's it. That's the champion. Total stats after Lore of Steel, 236, 360 on the accuracy, plenty of survivability for really, again, anywhere that we're going to use this champion. Speaking of where we're using this champion, let's go ahead and take a little gander at hellhades.com. They rank him a 4 overall. They call him the Dragon God. We're going to go ahead and watch him in Dragon as well, guys. Dragon 5-star, a lot of poisons, a lot of healing, single target cleanse, all of that stuff is super useful, obviously, for the Dragon, right? Clan Boss, a 5 out of 5. Again, healing and poison. You guys get the picture, right? And the cleanse on the stun target on the A2 and the heal. He has everything you need. He's kind of like a better version, in my mind, of a Steel Skull, who's also really good against Clan Boss. Eternal Dragon, Dreadhorn, Dark Fae, you can use him in all those areas. They give him a 4 and a 5, and in Frost Spider and Nether Spider, or 4.5 rather. So again, really good in a lot of areas in the game. You can see why this guy's super valuable. In terms of his multipliers, there's only one active ability that's a 1.5 attack-based multiplier. Other than the War Master, which we're getting off of the damage off of that A1, we don't really care about his multipliers on this champion. Let me go ahead and take you back into game here, guys. And as I mentioned, let's go start out in Dragon's Lair. I have a couple dungeons ready for you guys on this champion. This is kind of a cool team. I just kind of threw it together for you guys. We have Archmage, or Deacon Armstrong, excuse me, as our debuffer. We have Urogrim in there. We have Myceliac Priest Orn, Myceliac, yeah, Myceliac, Ash, come on, man. Myceliac! Grush the Mangler and Reliquary Tender. Grush is going to be helping with damage, mostly helping with heals. We have our Cleanser in Reliquary Tender. We have our Debuffer in Deacon Armstrong. We have our Healer / Cleanser / Poison Damage Dealer / everything in Urogrim. And my Myceliac Priest Orn is a great AoE Poison Damage Dealer. Has some instant activation as well. He's a really cool Sylvan Watchers champion. So you can see we're going to get through these waves. No big deal. This is level 25 of normal dragon, just to be clear in terms of what level of stage of difficulty that we're on. I wonder if this team could compete on Dragon Hard 10. Might need a little bit of legendary support on this team. Might need to upgrade like that Grush position. However, it is nice and noteworthy that we do have a Reviver and Reliquary as well, who I am unabashedly a massive fan of. Come back to you guys when we get to the Dragon. No need to go ahead and stare at these champions as they tackle the waves. Be right back. All right, guys, here we are at the Dragon. Sorry, I was just like staring blankly into the screen for a second or two. I'm like, Oh, here we are. Anyway, you can see landing those poisons, already helping out with the continuous heal on our allies. You'll love to see it. We didn't get any lasting gifts extensions on those continuous heals, which is a bummer, but no big deal. So Reliquary Tender comes in with a very timely cleanse. We came in with an additional heal and a cleanse. Wait till you see the overall numbers. I love that this guy deals a lot of damage. He's our aura lead. He's got a little bit of cleansing. And he's got a lot of healing. He's kind of doing so much from one champion, which I absolutely love. Hey, that time we did get a couple lasting gifts. We got a trio of lasting gifts, a quad of lasting gift procs on those continuous heals. You love to see it there. The continuous heal is such an amazing healing ability. It's such an amazing buff, if you will, to have on your team. In lasting gifts, I mean, just same reason we talked about Master Hex or extending poison and getting more damage out of it. Same thing, obviously, with lasting gifts, only it's just the healing, and you absolutely love that. All right, so there it is. Hey, we got a new best, 154 turns, no big deal. We got Urogrim. Check it out, guys. I mean, you got to respect this. 2.8 million damage. He leads the team in damage, and he almost, you grush, you son of a jackal, he almost leads the team in heals with 725. That's really dang good. That's really dang good, man. Leading in damage and you know, 750,000 in heals, right? Oh, man, a speed helmet. It's a 5-star, but you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to keep it. Before I take you into the next, I have a secret room all lined up for you guys as well. I would like to use some ore. How about a little bit of intermission, a little bit of an interlude for you guys? What am I even doing right now? I have no idea. All right, filter, just new, speed. I want to go ahead and upgrade. I want to rework. I want to use some chaos ore. I want to rework this piece, and I want speed. Yes! I ask and I receive. Now we've got a great helmet on our hands, hopefully. Let's upgrade it to level 12 and see what we get. What a bummer. We'll still keep it. We'll use it on somebody, but come on, dude. Come on. Not one. Not one roll on speed. Darn it. Anyway, let's go back to Doom Tower. And Doom Tower Hard, Secret Room 5. Here it is. It's Urogrim tribes only. Okay? So Agrush is getting a little feature, a lot of airtime for him too in a video that's not his spotlight. But you guys can see we're going to go ahead and put him on the same team with now a couple of legendary champions, or at least one legendary champion. We got a Mighty Uko, we got Grush the Mangler, we got Biggin in there, we got a Bellower on the squad as well. So, you know, first wave, pretty easy because we're all using our best abilities, right? But then things are going to get a little bit trickier as we get to wave 2 and wave 3 here, especially with the double man-eaters. Oh, that's annoying. So the forward charge comes in. We only land a stun, unfortunately, on 1 man-eater, not 2. However, good old Bellower putting a skill cooldown on the other Bellower, preventing that unkillable from being utilized against anybody, and we might be able to kill them right now before any unkillable goes into effect. Yes, please. It's funny, I thought this was a lot harder before I clicked on it right now, this secret room that is. But we're making quick work of it with this squad, right? All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. We land 1 poison on the A1, obviously 50% shot on both of the hits, given that we do have that sniper mastery. Guys, we're about to conclude after we see the final stats here, about to conclude this guide, but go ahead and keep the guide requests coming, please, here on the channel. I try to take your recommendations every single video. There's a lot of them. I honestly have a Google Drive with probably 3,000 comments screenshotted. So I always choose my videos based on that Google Drive, based on those screenshot comments. But of course, I'm not going in there and seeing how many comments there are on every specific champion. So, hey, even if it's not a popular champion, just dropping 1 comment for a champion on these videos means we're going to eventually get to that champion, right? So anyway, now we do have an annoying unkillable, just extending this video another 20 seconds to all of your dismays and ire in the viewing. Let's see what we can do here. All right, Man-Eater. Man-Eater, down almost. Okay, how does he compare now to these dudes? We get a Urogrim 250, 459. He leads the team. He comes back and gets vengeance on Grush the Mangler in the healing contest. Ladies and gentlemen, he put out the same amount of damage roughly as a Bellower, a champion that has an AoE on every single ability. So not too bad coming just off Poisons and War Master. Obviously more War Master damage against bosses. That's why it's a little bit, tempered based on our previous run. But either way, guys, Urogrim is a fantastic epic champion out there in the game. Congratulations if you have him. You really do have a keeper, and I would advise pretty much everybody watching to go ahead and invest with confidence in this really, really great champion. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.